Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Nacy. And last episode, we built this beautiful... Oh my goodness, I actually nailed that. I didn't think I would make it. We built this beautiful shipyard. It's not quite finished, but I did do a lot of work on it since last episode. So let me give you a little tour around, whether you've seen it before or not. Some things have changed. So this is meant to be an ancient Roman-inspired shipyard. So I went in and added these things, whatever they're called. I feel it makes it look a little bit more Roman. We've also got these beautiful arches in here now, and I didn't do the interior like I said I would because, well, we're going to do that today. Today we're going to be converting this beautiful abandoned ruined shipyard into a tree farm, and you might be wondering exactly how we're going to do that. The answer is I've only got a vague idea, but essentially I want to create some strips of land here that we can grow trees on. So I've got some grass blocks with me. This section over here with the big hole in the middle is going to be used for big trees like, you know, jungle spruce and stuff like that. Then we're going to have another section over here for chopping trees, and I think we're also going to want a storage room somewhere that's going to have all our saplings and bone meal and stuff in it. And the fun bit about this build is going to be that we're going to be putting the copper golems to use, hopefully, if I can work it out. So the plan is I'm going to need to create a little strip of land going out this way, and then make it look kinda almost like this pier over here, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to support that land yet, but I do think I'm going to frame it with shelves or trapdoors. And then we're going to add the collection system. So I'm thinking of using the water we already have, but adding like a layer of glass underneath, and then having that water kind of flow into hoppers or whatever. So hopefully this is actually going to look quite cool. And I think I need to start off by figuring what kind of glass I'm actually going to be using here that's going to look most transparent in water. I'm thinking either blue or clear, or maybe white, maybe grey. I don't know. Let's have a look. There we go. A whole bunch of different glass types under the water here at the exact depth I need them to be, which is 1 block under. And I think the white and the grey is definitely a no-go. It's very obvious. How does it look like from back here? Say we are standing for some reason over here. Can we see? You can see the ice. It's honestly quite difficult to spot unless you go over. The one I'm standing on just now, which I think is blue glass. That one's pretty good. I also like cyan. Blue might be the best, honestly, because I'm thinking the blue glass here under the water, it looks a little bit darker than the water, right? There's no going around it. It looks a lot darker, but if we are to be creative, could we not get away with this looking almost like a shadow that's being cast on through the water? That would work, right? I mean, I know water kind of diffuses light and you don't have strong shadows most of the time, but I think we could still work. You know, we could have it's be a bit awkward on the spot where the hole is, but I think we could maybe swing it that way. So let's get rid of this ice. We're not going to use that, and we're definitely not going to be using the grey or the white. I realize while making this, I have made some planning mistakes in my no planning decisions. So this is looking pretty good overall. I mean, we can grow trees here, and as long as their leaves fall out on this side, then they will go in the water, and it's all gonna be great. You know, it's all gonna be absolutely fantastic. If I drop something in there, it's gonna make its way down. There's a bunch of chains there, and they look kind of atrocious just now, yes, but they are gonna oxidize, and hopefully when they do, this whole thing is gonna look a lot better. It was really a decision between oxidized copper chains or warped wood signs or warped wood gates or something, and they're all kind of the same color, to be honest. There's a very little difference. The copper chains are slightly lighter of a teal color, so I just went with that. And hopefully, eventually, I couldn't be bothered to age them separately. They're gonna look good. You know, they're gonna look good. I actually had no idea that you couldn't water log copper chains, but turns out you can't. So maybe you can. I haven't tried putting a water bucket on it, but it does just stop the flow of water. And then we have a little bit of ice action over there, which isn't ideal. It's a little bit visible, but you know what? We're gonna have to take it because I wasn't gonna make this whole thing even deeper than it was. But I actually think like with the water on top, the glass really doesn't look that bad. It's a bit more obvious over here. I was thinking of ways of trying to fix it. Like I could remove the water from here, right, and put it up there, and it might still work. But then it would look weird. I think it would look weird regardless. So I think this is the best way to do it. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I felt like originally I didn't have the glass around the sides, and I had a better idea. Do I even need this? I don't, right? Wait, I don't need this. I'm scared that if I remove all the glass, it's gonna make like... This is all gonna convert to solid blocks. I'm scared, guys. Let's just do this little tiny corner. Huh? Well, it is affecting the water flow. Yeah, it's kind of affecting it. But what if I just have this one underneath? Wait. I do need that glass though, because I need the water to flow in that way. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. You know what? I'm just gonna leave the glass there. I'm gonna leave it because I thought it was needed, and I'm sure past me was smarter than current me, so I'm gonna leave it. But anyways, water blocks are gonna end up right there, and they're not being picked up by anything just now. And I'm stuck. Great, I'm stuck. But we do want to connect this up with some coppers into a copper chest, and I'm thinking of adding a little staircase somewhere here. The little copper golems to go up and down. Maybe a little staircase here, you know? Little staircase. I'm gonna get rid of all the water in there. And they go up and they get to drop things off in here. That'd be kind of cute, right? Originally I was gonna do a big storage room, and I suppose I could still do that. I'm thinking about it. Do we route all the items somehow, somewhere from all of these shopping platforms? So 2 of them. Do we route it from here into one of these rooms? In which case the middle one kind of makes sense as like the storage room. We could have like a water line maybe going into this way, and a water line from there going into this way. And then we have the copper golems sort them all here. Or do we have each room have its own copper golem and its own couple storage chests? I'm kind of leaning to actually having the middle room be the storage room. That actually sounds kind of easier for me than having loads of staircases down. So maybe I will put this back here. I'm not someone that's known to make up their mind quickly, in case you guys didn't notice. I'm so confused. Hello? Why? Oh, there's water there. There's water in here. Hello? I've never seen this. I've actually never seen this. I've put in a water tunnel here going all the way to the center, so this should carry my items for me. And I realized that this is probably a good point to actually test it, because I'm a little bit worried that things are going to get stuck on corners or on the chains there. Hopefully not. Now, this is grass for now, but honestly, because I'll be farming so much spruce, I imagine it's not going to stay that way. Maybe let's put it more in the center. Something here that would mark kind of the center. The open space would be good. Ideally, I think this being too wide would make more sense. More of things can then fall into the water, but you know what? It needs to also look pretty when there's no trees in here, and oh my goodness, this is... Well, it's worked. That's kind of ridiculous. It's worked out. The hole in the roof has worked. I'm also gonna need an easy way up here so I can start chopping from down here. Right. Let's go in and chop this down and see how much stuff is gonna end up in the water. I'm thinking primarily saplings will for this one because I'm not harvesting leaves. Not sure what I'll do for the other tree types, the 1x1s. The 1-block saplings rather. Do I just have a 1-block little thing for them to grow on the other side, or do I just stick with 3 wide because it looks better when it's not in use? No, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that we're gonna find... Oh, how did I leave that behind? How did I leave so much behind? That's what I get for chopping and talking at the same time. Yeah, that kind of rhymed. So most of these logs we can pick up by ourselves because they just, you know, they land on the platform. And then let's have a look over here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There is objects in here. Things are working. Is there anything stuck anywhere? This chain's fine. This chain's fine. I should probably free cam. You know what? Look at it go. It goes past the chains. I think because there's a chain on top here, automatically gets kind of aligned to the one of these edges. And then it doesn't have a problem going past the other ones, it seems. Which is, look at it go! Fantastic. Fantastic. That's going to save me a lot of hassle of just running around and collecting saplings and stuff. Especially for jungle, because I always seem to be running out of jungle saplings. Now the question is this all going to despawn? Even it's touching leaves that we've placed, it should still despawn, right? We might end up with a lot of vines growing off this thing, though. If this manages to spread down in time, then, then we're going to have a lot of vines. Oh, I'm so chuffed, though. I'm chuffed this is actually working. So then, this one I have over on this side, which I've done basically no work on, except for set up the water pond. How do I want to do this? I'm doing quite a lot of trial and error because I don't really know what my vision is for this build right now. I mean, I had a vision, but I'm kind of changing my mind on it, so I'm trying new stuff out. Basically, I was going to do the water pipes down here. You see I had them all dug out and everything. But then I thought, you know, the whole point of using copper golems here is so we add a little bit more life to the build. So I added the second section over here. I don't double down on that and add these water pipes above the ground instead of underground. So I can actually see the items move through it. But then I realized I don't really know what design I'm going for. I knew I wanted to use copper because I've got copper in here, and if there's going to be copper golems in here, we can almost add a sort of like, I want to say like steampunky aesthetic for the build. But now I'm kind of changing my mind on it and thinking, am I going for too many things here at once? Because I still want to add all of that wooden scaffolding to make it look like this thing is under construction, and there is apparently bad guys right there. So I'm thinking, is it going to be too much? It might be okay, because we're going to keep the... Thank you for that. That's really kind. We're going to keep the scaffolding more on the outside and the copper on the inside. It might be okay. But then again, you can see through most of the building. So initially I had the bottom of the pipe be slabs, but then, I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. But also, you can't see through it then. So then I tried adding orange glass, and it feels less like a pipe now. I thought it'd be fun because I've barely used orange glass in this world, but I don't think it's the way forward. So honestly, we might just have to do the entire thing out trapdoors. And what I think that'll do is we'll make it look very awkward with the ice, but that's just life. I'm sure we can work around it. Because yeah, I don't love the way this works. And I also need to stop falling down here. There's no easy way up at the moment. I guess I could just scaffold up. But yeah, the plan is I'll get these pipes to come out towards this end and then come out here a little bit. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Come out to here a little bit, and then shoot out here somewhere into some hoppers with copper golem chests underneath the copper chests, and then yeah, this essentially is going to be our little storage platform. So then we've got items from both here and here kind of funneling into the middle here. I think it'll look good overall. I am just a little bit nervous because this is such a intricate building. There's so much going on. It's so easy for it to go wrong and just be, it's already quite cluttered with the gradients. And I don't know if adding more things to it is going to help with that or make it worse. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. And iron's hot right now. I wasn't even planning on playing Minecraft today. I'm watching an art video that talks about colours. And it's clicked. Something has clicked here. I don't want to work on this build, guys. Oh, deja vu. That was a bad time to stare at myself. This place is not lit up. Yes. Hi, Chris is good. I can't keep a thought going. I don't want to work on this build because... Wait, that water stuck. Because there's just... I don't know, there's something that's not been clicking to me, and I've been trying to make it click. And it's not been clicking, and I think I have figured out why clicking perhaps is struggling right now. I think the color here is affecting my mood. We all know color theory, and you know what? This sort of deep tone is meant to be pretty tranquil, like teal and stuff. You know, those are pretty tranquil tones. I'm trying not to move my camera as much because, oh boy, is the adrenaline pumping after that creeper. But yeah, this place feels a little bit overwhelming. There's so much stuff going on, so much texture. I keep meaning to go back in and turn some of this texture down, especially at these bits, but I keep not opening Minecraft instead. But I think this orange has to go because all we're doing is we're just adding more color where we don't need color. Now, look, the concept is cool because we're going to be using copper golems and we're right next to the copper workshop. It makes sense. The lore is loring and it just makes sense. But you know what? For me, this is not the right build for it because I'm still needing to add those browns to calm down this place. And I'm adding bright oranges and blues instead, and now the blue is going to have to stay because it's water. And I do love the idea of bringing life into this place, but maybe this is the wrong structure for it. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. My gut feeling is to remove that and just go for like brown, and I think that's what we'll do. Let's go get ourselves some spruce trapdoors. We're gonna block out this blue, and the animation is gonna have to come from the copper golems. We're gonna get rid of the orange, and especially the orange glass, because it's just too busy. And some things work when busy, and some things don't. And this might be one of those that just doesn't. I think the video I'm watching, which to be honest, I haven't even finished. That's how excited I was to go on and fix this nightmare I've caused myself. Talks about picking the kind of feeling you would want your painting to have, or your art, or whatever it is you're constructing. I truly believe that can apply to any medium, including Minecraft builds. And I've thought about that before in the past, but not recently. I think the last time I was dead set on a specific emotion that a build should provide was, well, when I was doing the haunted mansion over there and we made the interiors all dark and spooky. And that's a very straightforward way to add emotion, is to say, well, if you can hardly see, it's going to be scarier. But I'd really love this place to feel more tranquil than it is. And I can see the vision now with more leaves coming down and a bit more brown. The grass I think is not doing it for me. Now obviously we need dirt to grow trees, but maybe it will just be dirt so we're not stacking more colours into this place. It's got so many already from the texturing. And I do think the copper could have maybe stayed if it was the slightly green version, but that's a lot of work and it's still going to look very noisy and cluttered. If the water is not going to be visible, is there even any point in having this be here? In the corners? Oh well, I think that can at least sort of serve a kind of scaffolding-y purpose as well. Before I fully commit to replacing the entire thing of grass with coarse dirt, I actually want to see if this paints its coarseness. Yes, it does. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't. But I just had to double check because sometimes things convert to dirt. But this one seems to be good, and I'm pretty sure even if you put coarse dirt underneath things, it stays coarse dirt. So that's fantastic. You go ahead and decay for me. Well, it still feels a little bit busy on the path, but I do think it's an improvement from the grass. What if I just use normal dirt? I'm a little bit scared too. A little bit brighter. I like how it's less of a cluttered texture. That's really nice. But it is a lot brighter. Maybe I'll just add a couple patches here. We're trying to simple things down, or we'll kind of make them simpler, I guess. So texturing this is not high on my priorities, but if it helps to break up the roughness on this path, then I think that actually works towards the kind of mood I'm trying to achieve, which is, well, tranquil. It's an old, ancient place with loads of flowing water and eventually a whole bunch of greenery hanging down on you, so I needed to feel less stressful being in here. These are danger signals are being pinged off by these skulk blocks, but hopefully if I smash enough leaves around this place, that will blend it all a little bit better than what it is just now. I do actually like the trapdoors up there, so I think I'm going to keep them, but I'm going to take the wax off. So the wax to the, not the one past this, what's it called? the weather copper, the greeny one, my favorite one probably, one of my favorite, the two. Oh. Wait, no, that's okay, that's not an issue. That's just because I directly dug down. Like, is my collection system broken? It's not. It's not, they just fell directly on the chain. Time to de-wax. Tiny little changes, but they make a big difference. And one of them is sectioning things off so it feels a little bit less overwhelming. And that is exactly what I did over here. We now have a sort of a gate to come in through. And this is perfect because I was never going to plant anything here because that's directly above the glass. So this works really well. It just makes everything feel a little bit neater. And my trapdoor, those edges, so we can't see like the weird texturing blocks there. But I suppose on that note, I do also need to decide what I'm actually doing with, well, the back end of it. I don't know yet, but this feels a lot calmer, less overwhelming here for me. And same here on the other side, a little bit of shelves just makes a massive difference. You can see we're going to put some lanterns at the edges. We're going to need to prevent mob spawns after all. We might even have some glowing candles or something, I don't know. Whatever it takes to make sure we don't get any mobs here. Oh, fish! Immediately jumped into my water collection system. So yeah, water collection system is the next thing I need to work on. And I can't really section this off until I know how many chests I need, where the copper golems are going to go, and actually how I can make this water golem safe. I think their pathfinding is not the best, but it's also not the worst. And I don't think they should fall into water from what I've seen. They will try to get to chests and they'll glitch out on trapdoors and stuff, so I don't want to use trapdoors here. Around the edges. We're sticking with shelves, and they're so good here. I actually kind of like this view. I can see us putting like a ship or something out in the distance that way. Didn't I not be able to see the sword? Oh no, the sword's on the other side. Well, maybe like a ship there in the distance or something at some point. So I don't really want to block it off completely. Oh, there's the sword. Then maybe we put chests around these edges, and then oh, I've not finished the pipes yet because I don't know where I want the copper chest to go, but I might just put it here in this corner. That feels kind of smooth, but then it increases the chances of them going here somewhere. We'll play around, but actually one thing I want to change is I want to make this path kind of fit the ruins a little bit more by just actually going down a level where we have doors. This has been really bothering me with the way it kind of goes midway through the door. So just one more thing to fix is the little things. I really don't know where I'm going to go from here, but this feels like a good start. I feel like I need to cover these up in some sort of cute way, but I also don't want to block the view too much, and I feel like having them out a little bit makes it feel more like a, I don't know, a shipyard kind of warehousey thing. You know, they're not perfectly stacked, so maybe I just need to add in more of these so it doesn't look as weird. Maybe we can fill the gaps with some sort of cratey looking stuff. Or barrels for our own storage. I suppose that's also an option. Because we're trying to have a fairly, it's weird because my two concepts for this are kind of at odds. We want this to be like a very tranquil and serene place, as I've said. At least I would hope it would be, but I also want to give it a bit of that life from the busyness of here and the fact that it is a shipyard after all. I mean, it's a tree farm for us, and it's maybe a tree farm in universe, but probably, right? Otherwise, how'd you explain this? But you know, I still wanted to feel like there's some sort of naval activity of some sort here, or marine activity, however you want to call it, like water water activity. Ships, boats passing through, and this gives it that kind of docks feeling, or just like things are just scattered everywhere. Quite seriously need some good light in here. I wasn't planning on this, but I think we've got something interesting going on here. Now this might get torn down. I'm gonna need to sit on it for a little while, but I like the coziness of it. We're kind of, again, we're spaced, we're sectioning things off, so we've got like a really proper section here now. It feels completely separate to everything else here, but it is so busy. What I do like about it is it kind of reminds me of like a start of a ship. You think like the upside down of whatever the bottom of the ship is. I'm sure it's got a name that I'm blanking on and definitely know. It kind of feels like that, so in that sense I like it, but as a build, as like an actual building inside the ruins, it feels a little bit off. And it makes me dislike it. It's weird. The further away I get from it, the less I like it. But the closer I am and actually being in it, then I do like it. So I don't know. A good bit of storage here, though. There is, you know, we can even access the barrels back there. We've got. I just realized that we might have an issue though because copper golems. I'm pretty sure they only check up to 8 chests, and we've got 12 here. So I might have to remove some of them, so I might have to rework this entire design anyways. 10 chests. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to remove 2 of these. That would be okay, though. I think this is gonna have to go. I like it. I do like it, but it's just... Again, I don't... I think I'm struggling because I don't have that super clear vision I normally do for a build. This build's kind of grown its own arms and legs, and what I want from it versus what it is versus, you know, what it could be, it's also completely different. I think being able to see the sky is just better, even if it's cozier and it feels less overwhelming when you're inside of the thing, but that's just because we're blocking out the view. I think it's too structured now. It's too structured. We need, if you want to have that busy kind of vibe, then we can't have this being like a perfect repeating pattern. These guys really don't have the best pathfinding, do they? Oh my goodness. Can I help you? Boom. Right, little guys. I think I would only need 1 or 2 actually working here. If I give you some stuff, are you gonna take it to a chest over there for me, please? Oh, you are risking it. Thank you. Okay. Don't fall in. I'm slightly scared that they're all gonna like bump up in that corner and knock each other off. So maybe I'll just put a whole bunch of items in here and see if they if they fall off. Because they're definitely pathfinding to that chest first. Oh my goodness, I feel like it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna knock each other off. Oh, you're waiting politely. Oh my goodness, they're not using the paths at all. Oh, there's the traffic jam. Like, I know they're not the best mob. They're not as user friendly as they maybe should be, but they're so cute. Well, none of them have actually fallen into the water yet. They're slowly separating the items out for us. Fantastic. Maybe it's okay. I'm tempted to change the shelf though. I'm a little bit scared. I'm just a little bit scared. Are you guys waxed already? I will wax too and let the rest oh, it gives me their items. Let the rest turn into statues so we can put them somewhere else. We're gonna have to change this. Well, that should give them a little bit more breathing room. I'm kind of tempted to like block this off so they're not jumping over the chests. Where are you off to? Are you gonna completely... Do I need to gate this off? I could gate this off, but that's kind of annoying to do. I feel like we've already lost one. Where's he gone? Oh, you. Right, first let's check the water. Yep. Yep. Oh, goodness me. Can you not even try to pathfind out? There's scaffolding. Can you use scaffolding? How about now? Can you climb up? Come here, little guy. Don't make me put fences everywhere. I don't want to put fences. Okay. Don't go back down. No. Time to test this bad boy, so I need leaves primarily. I'm gonna space this out a bit. We are gonna end up with rooted dirt here on the thing, but that's okay, that's fine. And I'm also just testing to make sure that, you know, everything goes through the pipes over here and makes its way to the sorting area. And, well, I really would like some azalea leaves, so it's gonna work out perfectly. Boom. I suppose I should really build myself like a little platform on the sides where I can get to the top of the trees easily. I will say, with the sound of running water here and having the sky open above us does feel very calming, which is exactly what I was going for. And I didn't consider the flowing water, but it actually feels nice. It feels really nice. Like, our little guys are hard at work, and we do have one stuck in the water somewhere, but there should be 3 more doing something. Ah. We do have some ending up on the glass, which is not ideal. Not sure how I could fix that. Oh, I didn't really consider that growing things on the edge means that I am probably not going to get a good amount of these leaves to fall over on this side. So I guess I just will focus on growing them in the middle. Okay. Some of them are making over the edge, especially if the leaves grow out this way. I think the amount is small, we can just ignore that. And now let's have a look at the chest. Now, why are you guys... That is absolutely ridiculous. The way they can just get stuck on each other. Okay, where have you been placing my stuff? Aha. Flowering leaves in here. Normal leaves in here. Okay. Well, that seems to be working smoothly. A couple things we learned from that is that, well, we'll lose a little bit of our stuff. Oh. Oh. Now, why did you not slide past? Oh, I suppose if it lands directly on here. Ah. Is that really how much went straight in this way? Or does it get stuck? Because I did this and things didn't get stuck. No, it goes straight past. Oh, no. I guess I need to swap those out. No, because I don't think they didn't get stuck there. So swapping them out to signs won't help. Oh boy, I did not think about this. How do I fix this? That's something I'm going to think about. Nothing else stuck though. Gone through this chain fine. And let's have a look upstairs. Things have gone through these chains fine. So it's literally when they fall directly on that side, I think. Directly onto the chain. Keeping in mind the really calm atmosphere and kind of emotion I want to portray here, I have done a little bit more decorating and we now have a platform here for us to go up through here. I'll probably change the entrance, but through here, we sort of connect to our water pipe for a second there. So if you want to go and chop trees down from above, this is quite an easy way to do it, and hopefully not actually going to stop anything growing, fingers crossed. I've done a little bit of decorating by adding some leaves here on the inside, some candles and glass panes just to kind of give it that drooping vines almost effect, or falling leaves, some little bits and bobs, like these, what are they called? Hanging roots? Glowberries everywhere. And I'm quite happy with it. In fact, the thing I like the most about this is I think extending the columns and making them more circular. That's one thing I don't love about the way this looks, is they're just really flat and it doesn't feel right. And I don't know where all of our copper golems have gone. They do tend to come back, but we're slowly losing them, so he's off to the he's off to the merchant, to the copper workshop. Excuse me. Why? There they are. That's incredible. We are definitely going to need to block them off, sadly, which is going to make it look a little bit worse, but I'm sure I'll find a way to make it look a little bit less intrusive than just like a row of fences, even if that's what we go for. But yeah, I'm quite happy. I love the way the brine works in this build. It calms it down so much. It makes it feel a little bit more real. We've got a little bit more structure going as well. I'm not too certain about this whole detailing thing yet. I mean, of shelves, you got to use shelves and stuff. Still need to do this column and then extend these columns out. But the reason I actually wanted to record just now is because we are on the new, what's it called? Version 21.11. What a number. 21.11, which is the Mounts of Mayhem. And to be honest, guys, this update is not that interesting to me. It's some of the stuff here is kind of more early game and multiplayer focused. And because I'm a little bit more in the mid to end game here with my world and I'm on my own, I don't really care. I am going to get a Nautilus and stuff, but what I really wanted to actually make was a spear, because I have a feeling that we could use the new copper armor and the new copper spears to make some really cool statues. I don't know exactly how it works though, so let's get some ingots. There's the spear. I would like you more green. Don't know how to get to green. I assume it's durability. It's not like it would actually age over time as I'm carrying it, right? It would have to be durability. So let's head down to the nearest mob spawner. Just down here. Whee! Through all the stone I never bothered fixing. And see if my hypothesis is accurate. And if it is, we're quite a few spears to age. An interesting noise it makes. Ah. Oh, I recharged. Oh my goodness. I have to do a very quick detour into our caves. Oh my goodness. There is a mine shaft right over here. And we need some of these bad boys. I will say the spear is very satisfying to stabby stab with. That feels nice when it hits something. This would go horrendous. This would go absolutely horrendous. I don't know if it will. It probably will. But there's something I always need. Slime balls and string. This is my spider farm, and well, it's not so keeping up with the supply and demand of the string I need for candles. So let's see. We should throw this as well. Oh, yep, it's starting. Sorry. Oh dear. I forgot that these aren't going to be one-shotable. Oh no. Oh no. It's, you know what? Our spear's nearly dead and the colour hasn't changed, so maybe this is not the way forward. Hey, we got a bunch of string. Are we ready for round 2? How does this actually change colour then? Maybe I do need to just leave it out in the world for a while. We call those poor slimes. Let's check another portion of weaving. Oh my god. So these potions of weaving, they're made with cobwebs. And they're a good way to get string, I think. Bonus string from your spider farm. I feel like they broke the farm somehow. The water's not reaching the hoppers anymore. Oh, the silverfish, they broke a block. Does that mean all of this could potentially be infested? That's probably not the smartest idea to do it with deep slate all around me. Oh well. So let's see. We have nearly 3 stacks of string and 3.5-ish, 3.25 of slime balls. That is actually not a bad turnaround from a couple of potions. Kirby is so lost. How did you even make it to the nether? Oh, hello. Right, well, I feel like something's not right. So I googled it. And apparently, I don't know, did I misread it? What? But apparently these don't change color as they age. I mean, they don't age. Which, I don't know why, I just always thought that copper stuff did that. Armors and weapons included. But I guess they're just always this color? Well, what a missed opportunity. Or maybe I'm missing something, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so all the copper golems are gone. So I had this idea of having these copper-colored statues everywhere with the weathered variant, or whatever the greenish one is. That probably won't be possible now. So let's see what else I can do. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I really wanted to give these guys spears. I have this image of these statues. Oh, I'm down. Of these statues up there holding spears. It was going to look super cool. I just remembered you can't do that without commands or a mod in Java. My plan gone. Okay, this looks kind of awful just now, but let's give it some time. The copper's going to age. I think I'm also going to age some of the stuff manually by ripping out some blocks and adding more leaves and stuff. But I really wanted to make some sort of contrast here between what you could say is like the newer version with like the wood added on, and what is meant to be the older version with the kind of original stone there and statues on the top. Look how cool that would have looked. I would have put a block there underneath to light it up, or maybe even raise that up more so we have these cool statues and they're holding spears, and they can't hold spears, which for some reason is a thing in my head that's going to make it cool. Would have really loved to have the aged copper for this as well on the armor, but turns out we can't. I could just go diamond, but it's not the same color. It's not the same color, so yeah, gonna leave these copper trapdoors to slowly, eventually age up. Now I know this is inefficient, and if I want them to age, I should space them out, but who's got time for that? I'd rather just build it and just hope eventually at some point it's gonna age itself. Wait. Oh. That touches. And that's why it looks off. Maybe I don't need the trapdoors. It's unsymmetrical now. How did it... So we got stair... Oh. Stairs. Ah, I see my stairs are worn out because of the columns. Oh, silly goosey me. Okay. Trapdoors go away. I could move it all in, but honestly at this point it's probably easier just not to have trapdoors and deal with the slight asymmetry in here, which is fine because I'm gonna, as I said, make this section really overgrown. It's never gonna be symmetrical. I just needed to not look so obviously bad. You know what fixes everything? A bit of leaves. I think I'm going to cover these holes with trapdoors because I don't really want to fill them out because they'll block the gap. I think a trapdoor should do the trick. Let's try this concept anyways. It's going to look a little bit worse than I imagined, but it's something different to try. And instead, I think I'm going to go with lights above. It's not going to look quite as imposing and intimidating as it was going to look otherwise. And they're just getting iron armor. I think iron armor works. I could diamond it up, but that's a lot of diamonds. Who's got that many diamonds? A lot of diamonds, but I'm hoarding them. I don't know what for. So what if I die and then I have no stuff? No stuff at all. That'd be bad. If the aim is peace, wonder, tranquility, serenity, and all those lovely words, then I think I am getting there. Thanks, Melon. You're blocking the view. Well, I actually feel like the glow berries with the sort of magical light they add. Wow, what a difference it's made. And also expanding these columns. Guys, this build looks so much better. I hope you guys agree. Now I am gonna let the copper lanterns age, but honestly I don't even hate it with the copper accents. It's different. It really pops against the dark prismarine and the skulk, and it kind of likes. I feel like I might have overused the hanging roots, but I really like it. I'm gonna add some more. Well, actually, I really want to add some more like candle and glass pane work hanging down from these. But I'm actually starting to think that that will interfere with our trees going out this way, so I'm probably gonna leave it. Otherwise, it's all gonna be for nothing. But I'm so happy. I'm not missing the wall there. Now I am missing a wall there, but it's for aging purposes, okay? It's maybe weird that it's the only thing that's falling apart, but anyways. Oh, I'm so happy. Let's put our last kind of little spot here, which I think is going to be just lanterns like this maybe? I don't know, it's kind of nice and simple. It matches the pier over there. And I don't know how else to light this up. Mobs are gonna spawn here, aren't they? We are on light level 0. Yeah, absolutely. Can't really hang anything next to it. I can't really hang anything above. I can't really put anything on the ground because it's going to turn from, well, dirt for the trees to something I'm going to have to avoid placing blocks on or saplings and stuff. So I don't know. I could get rid of these trap doors and go lichen around it, like around the sides, but I like the trap doors. I wonder, hey zombie, is that going to light up around the edges at least a little bit if I do it like this? Maybe we just spam it. Hello, don't mind. I said don't mind me. I'm flicking all the trapdoors, but maybe some of the light will reach. I don't know. I have no idea how well light travels upwards in Minecraft, like around blocks. Let's have a look. It's parts of her looking slightly more lit up. We are block light 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. 1. Okay, well, it's actually kind of helped around the edges. Problem is that we're gonna have exactly 1 block on 0. Oh no, maybe I can just... What? That'll fix it, right? It might have just actually fixed this all. Nobody cares what the underside looks like. Right? Have we absolutely cracked it? 2. 1. Let's go. We fixed it. Good job, everyone. We did this together. I'm kind of thinking maybe putting some, like, decor on the edges. I don't know. Nah, it feels kind of weird. I like the open view. I do like the open view. Oh. Oh, I love it. I actually love it. I wish this was the only section I have to do. The thought of going back and doing this to all of these, actually hooking this up properly. Oh, so much work to do. So much work to do. But it's okay, because now I know what I'm doing, hopefully. And I'm more motivated to work once I know what the finished product's going to look like. I think this section is probably still going to be my favourite because I just love the open roof. In fact, guys, let's take a look from afar as well, because you can actually see through the hole now, certain angles. I think it has a bit of interest there. You can see the statues lit up. How I wish we had a darker grey. Now I could dye the leather, but it always has like little brown bits on it. I could just have the normal orange copper, but when everything else ages, I think that's going to look worse. I could trim it, but I really wish we had like, I don't know, a statue grey. Like a cobblestone grey armor I could put on there. If there's anything I'm overlooking, please let me know. But I think iron's probably our best bet. I'm happy. Okay. On to problem number whatever this is of the build. So all of our copper golems have disappeared and left, which begs me the question of how do I cover this up? Option number 1 is to use some sort of walls, and I'm just using what I've got on me, which is these walls. It's a bit strange, but it could work. I don't think they'll be able to jump over it. I'll just have a gate in the middle. Option 2 is just using fences, wooden fences. Option 3 would be trying to do like double shelves or something, but honestly, from here, they always escape. They shouldn't be able to, but two fences up here, and I'll probably find a way to jump onto them. It might not be worth it. Hello? What are you saying? The amount of times that creepers drop onto me here, by the way. So many. Before I lit all of this up, so many creepers dropping on. Thankfully, most of them just land in the water. And if they don't, I can push them in the water. Okay, we need to do a little bit of a cruel science experiment here. And you might ask, what is this cruel science experiment? Well, I need to know whether these guys take damage from berries. So you're coming with me. Let's grow a berry. Stop trying to dodge the berry. Walk through the berry. Oh, you take damage. Okay. What that means for us is that we could... I'm going to let you free. We could use the berry technique. It's not bulletproof, and it does have a decent chance of failure, but it's nicer. If you don't know what the berry technique is, you go in here, where only one of the two zombies survived, so I don't know what happened. If I stand here, this little guy can't get to me. And why is that, you might ask? Why is he not walking through the door? Hello, come to me. Oh no, you're stuck. Well, it's the carpet, and underneath it are berry bushes. Now, mobs cannot pathfind over those because they just see the berry block and not the carpet, and they're like, I'll take damage if I go that way. And so they don't go that way. So I could theoretically, take all of this out, gets turned into dirt over here. Berry bushes along the bottom, carpet on top, and then probably something on here to hide the berry bushes, maybe like shelves. I can jump over fine. They shouldn't want to go on there. Now, the problem you can have with this technique is that mobs can push other mobs onto it, onto the carpet, and then they're free. And they actually won't be able to get back in. So they'll wander off, who knows where, and they can never come back. I don't think it's going to be a massive problem with the copper golems because they seem to stick to just these chests. And what I've actually noticed them doing is they get stuck on each other. They're both trying to go in the other chest. They're just stuck here. So I think they hopefully wouldn't push at each other. They would only get stuck. Which we're gonna need to fix as well. But that does mean I can find myself some dirt here, like this. I'm really hoping this works with the copper golems, because if they take damage, now I know their pathfinding is not the best, but if they take damage, I'm hoping they're not gonna want to walk into that. And what carpet would I use here? Well, probably brown, I imagine. Actually, do we do shelves or trapdoors? Either could work, or honestly, even just stairs so I can climb it up easily. Yeah, this I think that was probably the best, actually. Sheep farm, where's the wool? Brown will be best for sure. Top carpet on top. Actually, grey or black would have been fine here as well because it'll melt with the stairs. And I think I'm going to do... would that still work? I'm kind of scared to risk it. I was going to say I can blend the carpet in a little bit. But then they're on the carpet height. It'll be fine. Let's try blending it in. They still shouldn't want to walk onto those blocks. Perfect. Now it just looks like it's some sort of trim. Let's bring ourselves a little copper golem. Hello friends, where are you? You're all stuck on these chests. This is good. This feels like lore accurate. Taking it from the workshop. Come here, little guy. So, we'll do an experiment. This gate is shut. Okay. That gate's shut. So there's really no way for this guy to get into there. Into the chest. He's not trying. He's trying to... Okay. Well, you know what? I don't... Okay, they could definitely get out that way as well. Is that how they've been leaving? Like this? Oh, possibly. Let's see what in these chests. Oh, a whole bunch of building supplies. Okay, you don't need to sort those. This one's not hooked up. You know what? If I just have the one guy, he can't push himself off. And he can't get stuck on the different copper golems. So maybe we're just gonna have a one copper golem here for now. Because I don't care where the speed of this gets sorted, so that could work. Yes, we've got things in here. We've got barrels with leaves and a stick. Right, I think problem sorted. I don't think he's trying to get out. Don't fall into the water. I know you will. Why do they keep doing that? I need like a safety net here, but I want it to look pretty. Oh well, if he falls, he falls. This is silly, but adding that trapdoor there has fixed all my problems. You can't jump on that leaf anymore, and I don't hate the way it looks, and he doesn't really try to leave that way. I guess because the nearest copper chest aside from these two is over there. His pathfinding doesn't lead him there. So that's lucky. And now on to the last section. This one's finished. And I don't know what I think about it. It's a little bit busier, I think, than the other one. A lot of the kind of tranquility that comes from this section, the first third, is from like the open sky. We don't have that here in this middle one, or in the last one as much. So I tried to go for more of like almost like a foresty feeling with lots of things dangling down. I don't think I like that one in the center there. I tried adding some light grey ones to kind of match where the green vines are, almost the candle and pane vines. I kind of, it doesn't work the same. I don't hate it though, because it makes that section look more overgrown. I didn't want the entire thing to be green, so where the roof was more concentrated in the grey colours than the green ones, I tried adding the grey decorations, like, you know, the dry dead coral, the pale hanging moss, the cobwebs, and then this new thing. It's something. I'll probably refine it as I go, but you know what? I don't hate it. It's still very peaceful in here. It really is still peaceful. I don't have the same like water flowing sound, but I still quite like it. So we're now on to the last one. I just hooked up these pipes. I still need to do some work on them to make them look pretty. And obviously a lot of decorating to do on the inside, but I keep running out of materials, guys. I keep running out of them. I actually had to go strip mining because I was completely out of normal cobbled deep slate, which I thankfully have enough of now to finish probably this section, but 17 prismarine is all I've got on me, and might be enough to finish. I'm basically extending these one up this way, but it might not be. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like 2 pieces short to finish the build, especially because I know I'm going to need dark prismarine in the future, so I thought we might as well go and get ourselves some. Still don't have a guardian farm, so leave me, seeing how much I like dark prismarine on the block. Didn't realize how expensive it is to craft it, so going out and mining some probably better. I don't even know if we have some left in that guardian temple we've cleared. Probably not, but we're going to try it anyways. And I thought this would be a perfect time for us to actually do something with these tridents that I keep getting. I got 2 of them now. I keep getting them from all the drown that come get me while I'm building the pier and the shipyard and stuff. And I need a mending book, I think, for this. So let's get ourselves this trident enchanted. I'm excited because it's going to be my first time really doing anything with a trident, but my knockback sword's not the best for fighting underwater. Ooh, the sound in here. Right. You're mending. Cheaper. Oh, restoration's pretty good. Oh, loyalty 3. Is that the one that returns a trident? We do have 2 tridents, so I guess I could get this one. Mending, more expensive. Can you put damage stuff on this? I don't think I've got a sharpness guy. I guess I should also check if you can even enchant these, because if I can, I should probably do that before I put anything on the actual trident. Okay, I'm breaking 3. You know what? That's exactly what we needed. I don't know, can you get anything else? Maybe that's all you can get. I think Riptide is the one that makes you fly. Don't need that. Although that is a lot of fun. Channeling, is that the one for thunder? The lightning strikes, I think. This is a pretty good book. Sharpness, impaling, piercing. I don't know if any of that applies to tridents. Impaling does. Okay. Well, let's do that. I think that sounds like damage. And if I add Riptide, I can't. Okay, loyalty or Riptide. Well, no better way to go than just to try it out. So... Oh. That's fun. And how much durability does that take? Because I didn't fix this thing. I think maybe Riptide would have been better. Hello? Oh, wow, I missed completely. There we go. Throwaway joke. Oh, if you miss it, it sure takes a while to get it back. I think it's good to consider as well, while we're in these Minecraft structures, what sort of emotion did the developers want us to feel as we're exploring these terrible mazes of guardian ruins, temples, whatever they're called, ocean monuments? That's the one. Because I think it's quite interesting. It's probably not something that many designers will do consciously, or maybe he will be. I don't know how Mojang actually comes up with structure designs. But like the repetitive use of like a single color and texture, along with these long corridors, long and narrow winding corridors. I mean, it all feels like a maze. Confusing and perhaps a little bit overwhelming. Definitely the sound design also helps here with that. What would I do if I wanted to change the feeling of the structure to something that is more cozy? I'd probably widen the spaces. I'd probably introduce different colors to kind of ground this almost never-ending prismarine. There's runes in here, but you know, that's not actually intended. That's just spawned there. My potion's done, so it's time to bail. And I think I've cleared out probably all of the dark prismarine in there. I'm here at the front. Oh, not today. Not today. There's some at the front I could have. Look at the moon behind us. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love when builds absolutely frame the moon and the sun. That's why a lot of my builds do tend to face east or west, or work both ways. So we can stare at the moon or the sun as it rises or sets. I just love it. But the build is finally complete enough for me to end the video. This is the last section here. I think it's quite pretty. Do you think, you know, what started off as a very confusing build where I was like, oh, do I go steampunky here? Do I go something else? Do I do this? Do I do that? No, we just went the New Sea route and we added a whole bunch of greenery as always. And you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. I like it. That's what I like. Hopefully you guys like it as well. It's quite I don't know, it's got a very calming vibe, and I suppose that whole light switch moment I had with the emotions, like I had to actually stop and consider what kind of feeling I wanted this build to convey for me. Because I'm going to be the one that's going to be playing in here. So I had to really stop and think, oh, well, I think I need this place to not be busy, not to, well, it's busy, it's chaotic, but I still need it to be busy and chaotic in a way that the forest is. That, you know, when things are on the ground and falling over, but you're still in nature, and it's we're gonna see the sunrise here together, guys. Oh, the sword in the view. This is why I play this game. Oh, this is quite delightful. Hold on. Zoom in. Let's just chill out here together, guys. For a second. Take a second with me to consider whether you feel relaxed at the moment. Did I succeed in my mission? I think Melon is maybe rating this slightly. Thanks, Melon. Ah. Oh, that's nice. That is quite nice. I'm a big fan of that. But we're done. We're done with this build for now. There's so much more I can do to it, and so much more I do want to do it, especially to the outside. One thing that I did get suggested last time we built the shipyard was to have a tree sort of wrapping around one of these columns, I think, because it's a tree farm, and I thought that's a lovely idea. We could make it look like, you know, the tree farm was being used for trees, and maybe a sapling took root somewhere and started growing, and that's absolutely delightful. I do want to do that, but this video is an hour long. The next time we work on the shipyard, we're going to do that. We're going to sort out this path that currently leads nowhere, absolutely nowhere at the moment. We're going to figure out how we are going to connect to that side, because I made a road here a little while ago, and now it's looking like I'm probably going to get rid of a lot of this and just flood it. But yeah, a lot of things to be done, but I'd love to hear your opinions, and turns out our roof isn't safe. I'd love to hear your opinions on whether you think this looks better, or if I should have stuck with more like a steampunky vibe inside that I was originally going to go for. It's hard to guess what that would have looked like, but it probably would have been more similar to the copper workshop with some brighter colours and maybe some, well, steam coming out of things, maybe more of these copper golem statues. I don't know. It would have been different. But we went for quiet and calm instead, and I think that works. And look at that, we can even see the sun, we can even frame the sun when it's not on the horizon. I love it so much. I'm actually just so chuffed with this build. I'm so chuffed with it. It's taken me a very long time, but I'm very proud of it. I'm very tired and I'm very proud of it. And this golem, which I named Moonrise, he's trying to escape. You can't escape Moonrise. And it's named Moonrise because I was sitting here and I was watching the moonrise through that, and I just thought that is lovely. And you can keep working here forever watching the moonrise. How about that? How about that? It's going to be a little while before we come back to this project, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need to take a bit of a break. As you can tell by the skin, next episode I'm going to be working some Christmas builds and decorations. So I'm very excited for that, to get into the festive spirit. If you have any ideas or suggestions for what I should build there, please do let me know. And if you have any ideas and comments about what else we could add to the shipyard. And I also kind of want a name for it, because I don't know, a historic ruin like that, I feel like, you know, like the Parthenon has got a name. It's not called like the Temple of Athena. I suppose it could be, but you know what I mean? Like, cool buildings tend to have names. So I'd love to hear if you have any name ideas for this as well, because this is a cool build. And I think we actually took the lore somewhere with this as well, because I kind of scrapped the whole scaffolding and repair idea completely. I was going to add a whole bunch of spruce or dark oak fences kind of around some of the holes and make it look like this was actively being repaired. But we went for the more of a loving disrepair. There's still signs of things being repaired and used with the spruce. You know, it's still been converted and used to some sort, but the society that lives here is perhaps just allowing up parts of it to go. Or maybe they don't have the resources or budget. I don't know. The lore will take me where the lore will take me. But you know, they're not fixing this roof. For what reason? Do they enjoy the sunlight? Is it necessary to use this as a tree farm? What happens to their current ships if they're not using this as a shipyard? Is there going to be a real ship place? Who knows? Who knows? It's all good fun. But I gotta say, guys, I have really been enjoying this this sort of evolution of my building process recently, where I've gone from just considering you know, what block do I use, what shape do I use, stuff like that, to now considering more about why something is the way it is, and what purpose does it hold, what story does it tell, and what emotion does it give. It's a lot of fun. And if you guys get stuck on your own Minecraft builds, I implore you, please consider, what do you want to feel when you're in this build? What story is it trying to tell? How can you make that story more interesting? How can you take a simple building from, it's just a shop, it's just a dock, it's just a pier, and how can you tell a story with it? And how can you use the colors, the materials, the textures, the nature, and everything around you in your world into that remark? And I think we're really almost pushing this sort of boundary from being a builder to being an artist, which is something I really strive to be, an artist in some sense. So that was my ramble of the day, and gosh, it was a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you in the next one for Christmas one, and the episode after that, episode 88, we'll be doing the Q&A, so please, any questions, let me know. Okay, thank you, goodbye, love you all. Bye.